This land is your land. This land is my land. From California, well, to the New York Island. From the Redwood Forest to the Gulf.
Hi, welcome to Markies World. I'm your host, Markie Shinn, and who we have here with us is Mathell Givens. She's very important. I want everybody to be able to understand why I feel that she's one of the most special women out here, like in the world. You have so many awards, and look at you looking so beautiful.
Thank
so,
you.
Anyway, Mathell, I had did a lot of research on you. And you don't know about this. You know, I look at all of this stuff that I have over here. Yeah, I got all this stuff over here that I want to talk to everybody about. You have done so much, and you're an inspiration to all the other women. So this is what I want to do. I want to ask you some questions about all these things that I have here. I compilated all of this over the internet. I've talked to your godmother, who is so wonderful. She had given me a lot of things, so I can use all this. So this is what we're going to do. Now, first of all, I want to introduce Mathell as she really is. She's a woman of so many different talents. She's also an author of Angels in My Life, which turned into a play, which also is getting ready to become a blockbuster movie.
Woo!
Is that right?
I'm looking forward to it.
That is right.
That's a prayer.
So listen here. You don't know that I have this here too.
Oh my God! You got my trophy.
No, you don't even know. You don't even know about
my
this.
mom had to give that to you.
She did. I asked her for everything. And tell me a little something about this.
Oh my goodness!
Tell me
this
about
is
that.
So dear to me. I won this trophy in 1966 at Graves School. That was an elementary school that I attended. I was 14 years young.
Well, what were you doing?
I was the most talented girl.
Oh.
I was in all the plays. I was in the girls' glee club, a cappella choir. I was just all the ways around trying to be in the movies. And I won this trophy. There was many people that won this trophy, but I was the last to win it in 1966. And this is a type of trophy that I would like to present one day when I've had my movie. I would love to present a trophy to a young lady or a young man that's been in the arts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
so, oh my God, this is so dear to me.
You haven't seen this in a long time,
No,
have
my
you?
mom, I was wondering where it was. She must have taken it and had hid it out for you.
Girl, yes, she did. I asked her to put all this stuff aside.
Oh my goodness.
Now listen. So this is what I want to do. I want to take everybody from the beginning to present, and then we'll go on into the future, because I know you have so many plans for the future. Now, tell me, how did you even surface into this world as who Mathell Givens is? How did you know that you were going to become a radio personality? Just tell me. Let's go back into some of your history.
Well, I want to say when I really got out here and started working around radio personalities, Emily McKendall was my idol. She was a good friend of mine. She's from WVON. And I just remember she saying to me, "Girl, you need to go to school." And I said, "You know what? I'm going to go to school." She said, "You hanging out around I was down at the Taste with them, and they'd be in that booth just talking radio talk, and it became a dream of mine." So I went over to Columbia School of Broadcasting, and I enrolled myself.
Oh, wow.
And I decided I was going into the business. As you see, from a little girl, I was already being prepped, but I didn't know it. So that was one of my starts.
That was the beginning, pushing you in that arts and entertainment department. Right?
That's true.
Yeah.
And then I started in the fashion world.
Oh yeah, okay, tell me about
I
that.
started in the fashion world. I was selling clothes. My dad was in the business. And I was going around selling clothes for him. And then next thing I knew, I met a young lady named Bobby Ross, which she and we met over 35 years ago, and she became a great sister of mine, and she was a designer.
Oh, okay.
And I said, hey, I'm gonna start having these cruises on the Spirit of Chicago.
Oh, wow.
At that time, the Chicago Star was there. They went out, the Spirit came in, and the Odyssey came in. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna throw a big party.
I remember Odyssey.
I took out the whole boat.
Oh, wow.
And I had my sister Bobby Ross to go forward and design up a lot of clothes, and I would wear all of her fashions.
Oh.
And hey, we would step into it, and we had all these limos. See, I always believed in networking.
Network is very important.
Oh my God, and I was networking out here with all the limousine guys. They wanted me to promote them. And then, so therefore, I didn't have to pay for any limousines. Check it out,
and
sister.
you know what? That's a good one.
I didn't have to pay for any limousines, didn't have to pay for clothes because I was in the business. So that was one of my great stars. And the first night I took out the Spirit of Chicago, I outsold the ship. I took out 600 people. 600 people. I filled the whole boat. And I did it for 14 years.
Oh my gosh. So I probably was on one of
You
yours.
probably
Wow,
was
that's
one.
something
And
else.
you know what I would do? I would get with organizations that was looking to make money to raise for their organization. I would tie them into me, and that's how I would sell it out.
And this is how you become an entrepreneur.
All right.
So, and now tell me about this right here. Do you remember what this is all about?
Yes, this is from the Lawyers of Creative Arts. Marcie Walker is the director, downtown Chicago. When I first was going to write my book, I started off with DePaul Law School. A friend of mine was at DePaul, and she told them about me. And they said, you know what, I like that story. And at first, all I thought my story was A Miracle on Flight 1483.
Oh, that's about the baby.
That's about the baby on the flight. And
That's in the book. That's in the book.
That's in my book, Angels in My Life. So I said, I'm going to go down and show them what I've written. And they were interested in knowing more about my story. And so after that, they said, you know what, we're going to connect you to the Lawyers of Creative Arts. And sure enough, that's Marcie Walker, the director. She then connected me to Foley.com. Those are big lawyers, and they took me up and represented me pro bono. Can you imagine that?
Wow.
To get free legal
Yeah, that's something else.
for my book.
Uh-huh.
So now that means that when I'm writing about Spike Lee in my book, they'll tell me what I can't write. Because if I didn't have legal, then I would have written perhaps something that would have gotten me in trouble.
Yeah, and
So-
I know that you've met a lot of famous celebrities.
I
You know a
did,
lot
I
of them.
have. Well, I am what they call a success story from the Lawyers of Creative Arts. And on page 21 of this, they have me featured in here. I am one of their success stories.
Wow.
And I am most honored. I give all praises and honor to God for steering my life towards the right way in order to get the message out correctly. So this is how I came about getting into this magazine.
See, and that shows a whole lot about you and your personality because you draw nothing but positivity.
Oh, thank you. God bless.
Okay, now let's go on to something else. Women of Excellence.
Ooh, man, this was one of the blessed moments of my life to be one of the Women of Excellence for the Chicago Defender. In 2012, there were 51 women chosen out of thousands, and I happened to be one of them. But not only was I one of them, but I also was selected to speak for all 51 women.
Don't worry about that, I'll get there.
Everything's hot off the press, it's just jumping out.
It is. It's just stay down. She'll get to you.
Right.
She'll get to you later. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
So I'm telling you, this moment here, standing before thousands of people at the Hilton downtown, representing all 51 women of excellence, was truly a highlight. They featured us also on WCIU. We were interviewed there, so we have TV clips, and I was chosen to go on that morning early with the president, which was Mr. Michael House. On the last day, they had 5 women to come on, and on the last day, I was seated on the TV show, WCIU, with Mr. Michael House, who was the president of the Chicago Defender. That was quite an honor for me.
Yeah, that's an honor.
Yes,
That's an honor. I don't have a history like that, but
Oh, yes, you do.
so now here, yeah, because I know you.
Oh, wow.
That's my history.
Oh, my God, we know each other.
I know. Richton Park. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions about this, but I also want to say that the mayor of Richton Park has really been motivating and encouraging and very helpful to Mathell. He's one of the mayors that actually got out here and helped his residents.
Yes.
Yeah.
His name is Rick Reinbold. That's the mayor of Richton Park. I live in the village of Richton Park. I am most honored to live in the village of Richton Park and to have him as my mayor. I am most grateful. All I can tell you is that being in the first issue, this is their very first magazine, and being in this first issue, they put me on a page, someone you should know.
Right, and that's true. That's true. That's how it should be.
It has filled my heart with joy, my eyes with tears, and I am most honored and most grateful. And I can't thank the village of Richton Park, our mayor, enough for choosing me in their first issue as someone you should know. So grateful.
Wonderful.
Also, I have to tell you, in Richton Park, since we're talking about Richton Park, I was also selected to be a person of interest on I Make a Difference.
What is that, a TV show?
I won an award in Richton Park
Wow.
called I Make a Difference.
Ooh.
Senator Hastings was there, and our mayor presented it to me. The trustees, Trustee Julian Alexander, they presented to me an award called I Make a Difference. I make a difference in the village of Richton Park, and I'm so grateful. The things that God had me do, I just look forward to doing even more. I love helping people. I love encouraging people. I love hugging on people. I love being that sister. I love being that mother.
Right.
I just love whatever it is that God would have me be to someone. I'm their cook too. I do a lot of cooking for my friends in Richton Park.
Oh, well, that is so
I
great.
cook and give out meals.
That's great.
Yeah.
Oh, that is wonderful.
Thank you.
Now, what's this right here? The Whale Family Reunion.
Well, the Well Family Reunion, this is another magazine that I'm in. I was featured in this magazine. Believe this, I met this young lady. I was in the grocery store when I met her. And she said, you know, I'm going to do a spread on you. I said, girl, no, tell me. I mean, we were down on aisle 15. We were over there with the hot peppers.
Did she know you?
She didn't know me.
Oh,
She didn't know me. She just met me.
That's how we met.
That's how we met. That's
Yeah,
how we met.
that's how
we met at a party. We just met like
I
that.
told her that, I said, something special about you. What's so special about you?
I said,
something going on in your life. She said, yeah, I got a play that's coming out. I was like, what? I said, well, I'm going to interview you. Yeah.
And you know what about Markie? What I love about her is when I met her that day, I said, honey, you just so cute. Look at you. I said, this little old adorable dress you got on. You just adorable.
Wait a minute. When she was sitting down, I was standing up, and my purse was snagging on her, and she was doing like this, pulling on my coat. So I was looking at her like this. I was like, I said, she's just too nice to even say anything. I said, she's trying to tell me. I said, but she's just too nice. Then I said, what is it? Then you said, your purses. I said, actually I knew that for a while. You know, I was just watching you. I told her, I said, she was just so adorable. She is just so, I said, you were just too cute to even tell me that.
Wow, you know what? Two adorable angels met that night. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm so thankful to have met you. And she told me, Markie told me that day, she said, you know, I'm going to go and I'm going to study how to get into making film. I'm going to be a filmmaker. That's what I'm going to be, a filmmaker. And I said, well, honey, if you're going to be a filmmaker, I said, you're going to be a great one. Now you go forward. And go for it. She said, but when I do, I'm coming back and I'm going to interview you.
Sure did. And that's what I did. That's what I did.
Oh, wow. So as we were talking about this, this magazine, here we are. Monica Fountain put out this magazine.
That's the one who you saw in the store?
This is the one I saw in the store. This is the one that I saw in the store. Her name is Monica Fountain. And she's the founder of this magazine. And she said, I'm just so drawn to you. We went down 2 or 3 hours and we were connecting on aisle 15 over by the hot pepper and the, hot sauce. And we said, whoa. We said, what is it? She said, girl, what is your name? And I began to tell her. And she said, you know what, I have this magazine. She said, I find you to be so interesting. I want to write something about you in my magazine. And so here I am. I'm in the magazine. And she did a whole spread on me and about my book, Angels in My Life. And she's a beautiful angel in my life as well now.
That's wonderful.
So I thank God how God connects people.
He does. He does.
It's real when he does it.
Tell the audience who turned your book into a play.
Well, Christine Houston, the writer of the hilarious sitcom 227. I met her, I was the MC for an affair. And while I was up there emceeing and everything, and as I came down, she came right up to me and she goes, honey, she said, you look like a movie star to me. And I said, oh my God. I said, really? She said, yes. I said, what's your name? I said, you are just too sweet. She said, well, my name is Christine Houston. I had never met her.
She's talented. She
is
talented.
Most talented, and she's really a loving and wonderful person. She says, honey, I want to do something with you, but I don't know what it is, but I may turn you into a movie star. I said, well, I have a book. She said, you do? I said, yeah. Is it already published? I said, yes. Yeah. She said, do you have a copy? I said, I do. And I gave it to her. And about 7 months later, she said, honey, I want to turn a portion of your book into a play. And she did that. And we named it Undying Faith.
That's a wonderful, beautiful story, because everybody can't have all these. I mean, you have this is the point. She has so many stories, that it can go on and on and on. And some people can't have one of these stories. And she's got so many of them. It's just unbelievable.
I just give it all to God.
Yeah, she's just a little...
So thankful.
A little angel. What's this right here?
That's the award I talked to you about I Make a Difference.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
You do make a difference.
Thank you, Markie. You know what I love, Markie? Is that God leaves me with the evidence. A lot of people talk that talk, and they can't walk that walk. But when we talk about I Make a Difference, there's the paper. When we talk about the women of excellence, there is the picture.
That is true.
What I love is that God leaves me with the evidence. It bears witness to what I have to say. So I know that I'm a part of the encouraging team to help others to become a better them, as someone has done in my life.
That's these papers right here. Remember, they were just flying out my hand. They were really trying to say it here.
They coming off the press.
Stop it. Yeah, they just throwing themselves all over the floor, everything. What's going on here?
Wow.
Anyway, now these are very important papers here. They're very important papers. So these are letters written by President Obama to this girl here, this young lady here. Now, here, just read a portion, you know, because our godmother said not the whole page.
That's what I'm talking about, okay. Well, you know what? I just want to. I'm going to be repetitious.
Oh, and
here.
tell us about it. But tell us about it.
I'm just gonna read like a line or two, and just so that you see what he keeps saying to me. I wrote him 3 letters.
This land is your land.